You ready?
Let's go.
They're gonna meet us here soon, but we'll take a sneak peek first on our own.
Do you have the lockbox code?
I do. Right.
I feel like we're breaking in.
I know, right? This is super charming. Whoa. This is my favorite one. Like, look at the architecture in here.
Oh, I love
This is so
house.
cool.
The staircase.
Beautiful. Even though it's not in great condition, it's got all of this character. This place is begging
Big
for a
too.
redo.
I know. And then this is what, the dining room?
Yeah, this sort of reminds me of Poppy's witch costume.
I love that those just come off like that. You're like 3 years old.
I know, it's irresistible.
Hi. Good morning.
How are you guys?
Nice to meet you. I'm Chris.
How are you, Chris?
Hello.
Hi.
This is my mom, Anya.
Hi, Anya.
Yeah.
I'm Nate.
What a great house.
It's beautiful. You can tell it's a well-built, historic home.
What is it about it that made you guys fall in love with it right away?
When I walked in, it just felt like I could see myself living here with my mom.
Yeah.
And it just felt so homey, because my mom never owned a house. Like, she moved here in the 70s from
Okay.
Thailand. When she kind of worked her way up, she got her GED, and then she finally got a job in the United States Post Office.
Do you still work there?
No, I just retired.
You retired
you.
from them. Great.
Yeah, get out.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But all her money, she invested for her family to come over one at a time.
Wow.
So
everybody, you brought everybody.
I brought my mom, my dad.
Okay.
And then later on, my brother, sister.
Wow.
my mom's more or less been sponsoring them in her apartment the whole time.
Taking care of everybody else.
Bravo, Mom.
Way to go, Mom.
I mean, wow.
So do you want to give us the tour? Like, talk to us about what you guys love in here,
Sure.
what you don't like.
I like the
You like the
Fire-
fireplace?
Fireplace. Yeah.
We never had a fireplace
because we
ever.
never have it.
Wow.
So it's so
But when I see the movie or in TV, always
Yeah.
have the
always.
Yeah, always
And the
have that.
crackling fire and
Yeah, no.
that fireplace, the hearth, was like the heart of the home. And it feels very 1920s, it feels very period, but it also, I think, to Anya's eye, feels like she's arrived. If money were no object, you thought to yourself, if I could close my eyes and wish for the most beautiful place that's my style, what that would feel like. Be a princess here for us.
No.
Yes, yes.
I'll be a princess for
He's
you.
already won.
Simple
Do you like light and bright?
and bright, yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh, light,
Yeah.
airy.
Yes.
Okay. And what about function? Because, I mean, I noticed the kitchen. You guys
Yeah,
wanna
let's
check it
talk
out?
about this
The kitchen,
moment
it
here.
looks a little tight after you.
Yes.
This is really worn out.
Well, everything is.
Everything
Right?
is.
This
I
is
think-
ugly.
I think
we
even-
just say it's all
Ugly,
ugly,
yeah.
it's all ugly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
ugly, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
New,
moment in
new.
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
The wallpaper is definitely an interesting choice. It's vinyl.
Yes.
So what about those structurally? Like, do you like having a separate kitchen or would you prefer to be able to see what's going on?
Opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Okay.
an island.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
island, so that
Yeah,
you
an
could
island.
see this
The
whole other
dining room,
space.
yeah, the-
Okay, so big dining room, knock this wall down,
Yeah.
goodbye.
Make it open.
Open this up.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
I see it all the time in TV, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems so easy.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you guys feel about the flooring? Because it does have some nice original character.
It's nice, but the thing is, I guess
But the kitchen.
the
Yeah.
kitchen is
Yeah,
ruined.
see?
Okay.
Ugh.
So new floors throughout.
Yeah, new floor.
Yeah.
New floor.
Look at
New
Mom's
floor
like,
back.
Mom's
new.
like, get it out.
Over.
Do you know, have you thought about what you want to spend?
Our budget is roughly around 90,000.
Wow, okay,
good.
great. It's a lot of money. Chris and Anya are so adorable.
They're adorable.
And I think that, I mean, the fact that this is, you know, her son's trying to create the American dream for them is such a beautiful full circle moment.
Yeah. So here's what I'm getting from the inspiration. A beautifully set up, kind of elegant but very comfortable space. They can entertain, have a living room for the very first time. We're gonna do their American dream via Paris.
Yes, it's the
Bonjour.
Well,
Our first goal is a grand entrance from the foyer. We'll add decorative molding, a marble-topped console, and even a gold-framed mirror. That'll help set the luxurious Parisian tone. While a sweeping arch into the kitchen will open everything up. Anya's dream fireplace will remain the focal point, but will elevate the space with elaborate Parisian-inspired moldings throughout. An oversized armoire will house the TV, and we'll source something special for their first ever couch.
Everything in here should be timeless, pretty,
Yeah.
shiny,
Yeah, elegant.
glitzy.
Right. 20 years from now, it's still gonna look as beautiful.
I want it to feel like 30 years of waiting for the American dream come to life. In the kitchen, Anya had asked for bright and airy. We're gonna make that happen with floor-to-ceiling soft gray cabinetry, white marble counters, and the appliances of her dreams. A breakfast nook will give her a quiet corner to steal some time for herself. We're gonna maximize that island for all of Anya's baking and source an extra large dining table for big family meals.
That's it. That's all I want to talk to you about for Chris and for Anya. And I'm hoping that they're not running into too many nightmares in a home that age.
There's no way that we're not gonna have issues that we're dealing with. You saw that house when we were there.
Chris bought his family a house that's 100 years old. Typically, that means it's been through decades of various renovations that may not have been done so well and weren't in keeping with the original character of the home.
Our goal is to first restore the house to its former glory, and then to go even further by modernizing the layout.
I keep picturing the home when we're finished being this soft place to land for Anya in her retirement, for Chris. It's not a complicated thing to see how beautiful this house could be with very little structural change.
It's very seldom that we find an antique shop that we've never been into. Yes.
Oh, this is so exciting.
I'd love to find things that feel like Paris. Maybe some gold or some crystal pieces.
This is actually really pretty. It's blown glass, it's Murano. Beautiful.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love what we do. I really love it. And I love that we get to do it together. Don't! What is wrong with you? I go to bed sometimes, and to relax myself, I design rooms while I'm laying in bed.
I can't believe you're admitting that.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm not cool.
That mirror is great.
Yeah, I love that too. Let me grab it. This would be chic for Chris and Anya's powder room,
Beautiful.
you know?
Let me see. I love that.
Me too. That's Chris and Anya. We're always kind of interested, not only in what we find beautiful, but we're always interested to see what the other person thinks of it.
Did you see this coffee table?
Yeah,
You don't care about that either?
I sure don't. And that's really fun, and it's been that way since the day we met. Our first date, we sat on the floor and looked through books for 4 hours until like 4 a.m. And we're talking about what we found beautiful, and that hasn't changed.
Really got you with that idea, didn't I?
Yeah, well, should have known.
Hooked him.
That for Chris and Anya's powder room, how gorgeous
I love
is that?
It's not wired though.
Yeah,
is
but
it?
it was $200 to rewire it.
Yeah.
Okay, we should get that.
Yep. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the size and the scale is great.
All right, so you're fine with these. We're gonna strip them down.
Yeah.
We'll keep the authentic. We want it to feel old and
Yeah.
worn.
Well, all this old wood, the splits, the knots, any sort of blemishes on the wood, I want to keep.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Get them down to the original wood, seal them, something like with a low sheen.
Yeah.
It'd be beautiful.
Handsome.
Okay,
Okay.
good job. We're all about preserving the character of a home, but those original floors were just too far gone. So we're gonna keep things light and airy with wide plank, white oak flooring throughout. And we're wrapping up all the major construction now with this beautiful arched opening between the kitchen and the living room.
And we got lucky with our reclaimed doors because they were pretty much the perfect size for the entry opening. Hey.
Hey,
Zach.
how's it going?
Wow, wow.
It feels so different already.
Look at this doorway. Look at our little foyer. Look at the floors.
Wow, and the floors look really good.
Oh.
The archway looks amazing.
Yeah, it's looking a lot better.
I mean, the arch is beautiful. Having it large and open like this, everything feels so expansive now.
Yeah, it's like an open floor plan, but it's not. And I think that so many people miss the mark by not doing something architectural and just blowing out the walls.
Right.
This feels like, you know, we're in a 1920s structure. I mean, it still allows them a contemporary lifestyle, but architecturally, it's just really beautiful to have that kind of a detail separating the two spaces. Hey, Pops. So, you know, one of the things that makes a house a home is when people collect stuff, right? What are some things that you collect? Dolls.
Dolls.
What else do you collect?
Clothes.
Clothes? So let me show you what, this is Mrs. Anya's collection.
What is hers?
So her collection is stamps because she used to work at the post office. And what we did is we took her entire stamp collection. See how beautiful they are? Look at that. You have to be very careful with these, okay? My father was the quintessential collector. His thing was sports memorabilia and baseball cards. We're gonna take all these stamps that Anya collected all these years, and we're gonna put them in this album for her. I will always have the collector mentality. Things will always matter to me, I think, as a result of that. And it's a bit of my dad's legacy. She even has, when you buy stamps, sometimes they come like that in a big sheet. Isn't that amazing? So each one of these would have gone on a letter. The stamps are so much more than stamps. The stamps represent 30 years of going to work every day at the same job, allowing her family to have a different level of opportunity than she had herself. So the stamps are probably the most important thing. We gotta be careful not to bend them,
Okay.
because these are very precious
Precious.
to Anya.
Precious means
Valuable,
value.
yeah. The stamps really represent all of those years and sacrificing to give something to your kids.
Today is the day.
Yeah, wonder what they did. Ready?
Yes. Wow.
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 Look, there's a picture of us right away.
Yes.
And look at this.
Ah, look at it.
Wow. Your fireplace, your living room.
Fireplace, my fireplace.
Yeah.
There's a lot to take
There's
in.
so much
There
to take in.
is.
Yeah.
So this is now, you know, the central, beautiful, open living room.
But look how much bigger it feels now.
It really does feel much bigger and more homey.
Yeah, it is. Oh, look at the, how do you call this?
Chandelier.
Chandelier.
Yeah, chandelier. It's different, so many shades. Wow, I love it.
And we've given you a formal living room space with lots of seating options.
So far,
Sofa
which
looks so comfy.
he like it.
Yeah.
We've never really had a sofa before.
Yeah.
I know, you
Real
all were in the
sofa.
dining
So
room.
now we actually have somewhere we could relax.
Yes.
And you could sit here and watch TV.
Yes. Wow.
So everything opens up and it's all mounted.
Look at that.
You got
So it
some
folds back
storage
here.
here. That
Yeah.
folds back as well.
That's amazing.
So it's all, and then when you don't want to look at it, you close
Yes.
it up.
Wow.
Look, you have
Oh,
your island.
yeah, my island. Wow. So roomy. Look at this. Wow.
Because before, remember, this kitchen was just in this space
was so
alone.
narrow.
It was so compartmentalized,
And dark.
Dark, yes.
And now,
Now
it's-
all dry.
yeah.
Wow.
Does it feel fancy?
It is fancy. Look bigger. Look a lot bigger. Come on, come on.
I love it, I love it.